Hi there again, day 3 on my planned 7 days fasting. And I am phrasing it specifically like that because, as I mentioned in my video yesterday, I was a little bit concerned about the news that I had that it could be detrimental to a prostate cancer to do prolonged fasting. So I had to be looking into that a little bit, and I have. And without having been spending a lot of time looking into the specific papers and peer-reviewed research that's been done, then apparently it is a matter of when you go into the fasting, then the testosterone levels, along with the insulin levels, it all goes down. And that is very positive, that's very good. In fact, it seems as if you can actually reach almost castration level in terms of testosterone if you just stay long enough on the fasting. The problem is not that. The problem is once you start eat again, then it activates something called IGF-1, which is insulin-like growth hormone, growth factor, IGF, growth factor. And the few studies that I saw was that everywhere from nothing and to 3 times the level that you entered the fasting with is the result after a week after you started eating again. So if I have got a testosterone level, let's say at 500, I have the risk of going up to 1500. And so obviously the question all of a sudden becomes, how long should I be doing fasting, and if at all? I believe fasting is good no matter what, but obviously the longer I do the fasting, the more abrupt is the change when I start eating in terms of testosterone production, and that is a huge shock to the body. And if I do have a cancer that really do proliferate based on testosterone, I don't think that's the wise thing to do. Now, doing a 48 to 72 hour fasting, I don't think that's a bad thing because I've got the opportunity to use my DMSO and my high doses of vitamin C, and hopefully because I'm on an empty stomach, that is going to translate into something very interesting. But the balance here is how much do I benefit versus how much does it damage? And I can only work on intuition here, and my intuition is that 7 days is too extreme. I would love to do 72 hours because that seems to be a sweet spot for everybody who is talking about doing fasting. But I'm also nervous at the same time. And though I don't have any problem, I had about half an hour yesterday where I was really having problem, where I really was hungry and wanted to eat something, but it lasted about 30 minutes and I solved it by drinking electrolyte. So I haven't really suffered a lot. So the 48 hours of fasting I've been doing so far a few times seems to help me on my path in terms of doing this successfully. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to push it to the 72 hours, but I am at this moment very undecided. I really don't know, because yeah, there's no reason to push it to the boundaries of where it becomes worse than good. And I can't find any research that tells me at what point does it become detrimental, and if there is some certain other factors that plays in terms of why it does it. They do also emphasize in studies that I've seen that it is an area where they have to look further into whether it is and how it is that the IGF-1 is impacting the testosterone. But what is not to be questioned is that there is this massive increase in testosterone levels about a week after you start eating again after a prolonged fasting, like 7 days for instance. And the whole concept of being too focused on the testosterone, I've gone past that because I believe it's part of the whole harmony in your body in order to survive, in order to thrive and be healthy and to fight the cancer. But spiking it with 300% is not particularly good either. So we'll see. The update tomorrow will tell whether we got our 72 hours or, as it is right now, we're closing in on 54 hours. So already been doing well, but let's see. We learn all the time. Until next time, stay happy and healthy.